kind of difference it is. It could be gender, it could be age, it could be length of hair, it could be body type, any kind of difference. We're talking about diversity. When I'm trying to be cute, I say diversity. Inclusion is the new diversity. But for real, inclusion simply means how you manage diversity. It's not about the difference per se as much as it's about how you manage it. It's just figuring out how to be open, how to be respectful of difference. That's what inclusion is. And diversity is just the difference itself. Yeah, I think sensitivity training is in order, but it's really about helping people understand that it's okay for someone to be not like you, and to not be insulted, and to not be thinking that something can't work if you're not compatible, as they say. What you want is as much incompatibility as you can get, because what you would bring to a different for every situation is this idea that we're going to cover all the bases because we've got somebody for every particular angle you can imagine in a particular situation. I decided to write the book because of the divorce rate and the number of people that are deciding just to live together. Again, it really is a diversity issue because it's a matter of respecting different people's ways of wanting to be together. I talked about rewriting marriage because my ideas about the institution as it stands is that it must not be working because so many people are getting out of it. And so if it's not working, let's do something else. Let's do something different. And let's be okay with people deciding to do their relationship in whatever way that works for them. So the idea behind rewriting marriage is that couples who are interested in getting married need to be allowed to explore what that would look like for them and how they can make their particular relationship work. Because I suspect that people are doing this anyway, but the people who get divorced, they don't realize that they can do it. I talked to a woman not too long ago who said that her first marriage was a perfectly good marriage, and if she had known that she could do something out of the box or something different than what she had been taught, then she could have made that marriage work. And so she basically summarized what I'm saying about rewriting marriage, and that is, let's allow people, let's respect the different ways of being in that relationship so that couples can figure out what works for them and then do that, as opposed to having these preset ideas, rules, files, if you will, that people are trying to meet and they cannot. And so if you give them the freedom, they'll figure out a way that works for them. Marriage and family therapy is psychotherapy that is respectful. It is open. It is non-traditional in the sense that we understand how context influences people's lives. And so when we talk to individuals about their relationships, or we talk to individuals rather, we're always considering their relationships. We don't talk to a single man, woman, boy, a child, young person, old person, employee, without thinking about the people in their lives. And so what we do is focus not just on the individual, but we focus on the context, the relationship in that person's life. When you do that, you broaden your way of defining a problem and solving a problem. And if you just consider just the individual, then that limits the possibilities for change. But if you consider the entire context, and when we talk about family, we're not just talking about blood-related people, we're talking about relationships that touch that person's life. When you consider all the relationships, that opens the possibility for the number of ways you can do something different and create change. The book is, of course, you have self-esteem, and it's geared toward women who have been told that they have low self-esteem or they have low self-images or what have you. The idea is that there's nothing wrong with these women's self-esteem. What is wrong is that they're trying to do something that doesn't work for them. They've been trained to be women and girls using a script that's not working for them, and they try to make the script fit, but it doesn't, because basically it teaches them to put everybody before themselves. When you do that, man, woman, boy, or girl, you will appear like there is something wrong with your self-worth, but what it is that you are valuing other people over yourself. So it's not your esteem, it is your over-attention to relationships and lack of attention to your relationship with yourself. The radio and TV show is going to be focused around diversity in relationships, and that makes us, it opens up the possibilities of talking about every kind of relationship, not just ethnicity. We're talking about body image, we're talking about intellectual differences, just differences of opinion, and when you talk about this opinion, that's all over the map. So I'm excited about it because it gives us an opportunity to engage lots of different people about issues that are important to them, where they have disagreements. That's my field. I help people create change in difficult situations. So that's what the hook for the shows will be about.